All right, good morning, guys. Today is Friday, October 9th, and today in social studies, we're going to be learning about our Texas state capitol. So we are doing the state capitol. So this is really located in Austin. Actually, Miss Fullington has visited this place a few times, and it's really cool to see. I even have more pictures. So it's the state capitol building. So it's found in Austin, Texas, where the governor and other government workers work. So the largest state capitol in the U.S. So this is really cool to know that our Texas state capitol is the largest out of any capital in the entire United States. So the state capitol has 400 rooms and over 900 windows. I'm not sure. It says over 2,000 people work here. So it says we're going to take a tour. So let me go ahead and pull up the original PowerPoint slide so that we can actually take a tour of what that looks like. It's a virtual tour. Like a virtual field trip where you get to see it on the screen here.
Is it a video or is it?
It's a video.
Oh, Texas.
So let's see. Let me scroll down to it. Here it is right here. Shh. Remember, Maddox, Mrs. Fullington's recording.
Texas State Capitol Building. And I'm over here, and this is my buddy, Topher. And I'm going to show you around this really cool Capitol building today. If you come to Austin, you have to visit it. It's really cool because it's actually taller up that way in the dome. It's taller 15 feet than the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. One of the neatest things about this Capitol building in Texas is it's open to the public.
All right. So let me continue.
Almost every day of the year, you can go on a self-guided tour. You just have to go through a metal detector, so there's tons of people in here, but look, it's a little loud in the background. There's also guided tours that you can go on throughout the day. If you're here for one of those, take it. It's very informative. In this video, I'll show you the highlights. But if you come to Austin, you should definitely check out the Texas State Capitol Building. At the center of the Capitol Building is this big atrium. At the top of the atrium is the rotunda or the dome. And then if you look down just below, there's a star down there that says the Republic of Texas. The biggest room in the Capitol building is this room. This is the Texas House of Representatives room. And there are 150 desks in this room for the 150 Texas representatives. When you're in this room, you'll never forget that you're in Texas because it says Texas just about everywhere. The backs of the chairs say Texas. The lights in the middle are wagging wheels, and they say Texas in the lights. The lights in the corners, those chandeliers, they're star-shaped. They have stars, and the lights are in the shape of stars as well. This is also a very advanced room because it has additional signboard on both sides of the podium. You can see who voted electronically. And these desks that they do the voting on, they're the original desks that were placed in this room made of oak, but they were retrofitted with this digital voting system where they can vote aye, yes, they can vote nay, no, or they can vote present, but not voting. Did I mention everything says Texas here? Even the hinges on the doors tell you that you're in Texas. And the doorknobs have the star. And above the doorknob, the glass on the door says the state of Texas. The second biggest room in the Capitol building is the Senate room. Not quite as packed in as the House of Representatives room because there are less senators, but just as ornate with those decorative wagon wheel chandeliers that say Texas in the middle too. On either side of the building, there are grand staircases leading up 4 floors almost to the top of the dome. The neat thing is depicted on the seal at the bottom of the dome is that the Republic of Texas was the only state to be independent republic. That's the seal in the middle. And the 5 flags around it, which make up the 6 flags over Texas, are the 5 flags of the nations that once ruled somewhat all of Texas. There's the Republic of Mexico, Kingdom of France, Kingdom of Spain, United States of America, and the United States of America. And I'll conclude this video by saying farewell in the classic Texan style. coming, y'all. Hope you enjoyed your stay, and y'all come back again soon. You hear?
Now it's your
Okay, so that was basically a picture of what the state capitol looks like. It's really neat to see if you ever get the chance to see it. And there is in the state capitol, I believe, there's a museum beside it that has a lot of stuff. One year they had at one of the museums beside the state capitol, they had the NFL Hall of Fame, like jerseys, and actually got to measure your hand like the NFL players. It was really cool. Which the NFL players' hands are like huge compared to yours. So I went on a field trip. Before Mrs. Fullington became a teacher, she was a student teacher, which means she was learning from other teachers. And I learned from I was a student teacher for a 4th grade class that had a really cool opportunity to go see the state of Texas Capitol in Austin, Texas. So I went and studied in Commerce, which is about 2 hours away from here. And so from Commerce to Austin, Texas, it was about a 6-hour drive. So it was a long drive. And we traveled and we went to see the state capitol, and it was really fun. But it was kind of cold. So we had to have jackets on, and it was rainy, but we got to go inside the state capitol and really see it. It was really neat. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you in Seesaw really fast what you're going to do for your activity today.
school did you go with?
What school did I go to? For my college or the elementary school?
When you went to the place.
So the place that was called A.C. Williams Elementary in Commerce. A.C. Williams. So right here, in your Seesaw activities, so you click the tab, it's going to be the very first one. It says Friday, October 9th, Texas State Capitol. You're going to add a response. Just like yesterday, Mrs. Fullington has read the questions and the passage for you. And you can find all your answers in this little bitty passage here, in these 2 paragraphs. And the reason why I know it's 2 paragraphs is because you see the space right here. If you find another space like this at the very beginning, there's only 2 paragraphs. That's why Miss Fullington said. So it's really short, really simple, and it's really cool about our Texas Capitol. The very top picture is what the original building looked like. And then we just saw a video of our actual state capitol now today. So it was a little bitty house before. And then when we had the more technology to build more buildings, in the past it was a little house. And in the present time, this is what our state capitol looks like. So it's pretty fun to see. When you're done with your activity, what are you always supposed to do? Click the green check mark. All right, guys, go ahead and log out of this Google Meet, and I will see you in Seesaw with your activity.